Hey everybody, welcome to another assorted finds video, different kinds of vinyl. I want to start by showing you this crate that I got here. I got 3 of them actually. If you watched my last video just before this one, it's a video on how we organize our record collections, and you know, I put some of them on the shelves back here, but I have limited space right now, so just in order to get some of the records off the floor, I've been putting them in these old Itzo crates, which I got from Target department stores, but I found out that these Itzo crates, as I showed in my last video, are now discontinued. And the best I've come up with temporarily are these. They look like old-fashioned milk crates. In fact, they're called the Supreme Milk Crate. And they come in different colors: black, white, red, green, yellow, I think. This one here is actually one that fits just as many vinyl records in it, I'm finding out, as the old Itzo crates did. So even though those old Itzo cubicles were bigger in appearance, they actually just stored the same amount as these. And if I can just give you a little round about here, this is where I'm putting a lot of my Elvis records at this particular time, you know, just to get some things off the floor until I get proper shelving. I'd recommend these if you're looking for storage. They're really good. They got handles so you can lift them, which you couldn't do that with those Itzo crates. I can also say they're not that expensive. I mean, I think these were $13.99 a piece. You can get them at the Container Store if you have the Container Store near you, or you can probably order them online from the Container Store. Anyway, so that takes care of the storage. But we're going to get to some vinyl finds, and I also have one CD set to show here. So I've got 45s also, including some Elvis finds, which for you Elvis fans out there, I'm going to leave those to the end, so hang in there. Still haven't decided whether I'm going to make separate videos just for Elvis finds, because I've been focusing on him a lot lately. Well, I'm going to start with the CD. It's this. It's Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Anthology Through the Years. And I really love Tom Petty, and I already had you know, some Tom Petty vinyl albums, and I think I had a Greatest Hits CD compilation, but I didn't even know this was out there. This really has a lot more on it than the last Greatest Hits with the red cover that they had. This is a double CD set. I didn't really realize that this was even out there. I thought this was a brand new CD release, and then when I looked at the year on here, I think it was released in 2000. This is not by any means a new release, and I was surprised. You know, because I'm so into vinyl now, and I'm not as big into CDs, just mainly to hear in the car, I think to myself, you know, do I really need to buy many CDs anymore? You know, that's what starts happening. You start wondering after a while. I really don't like buying CDs at this point. I like to spend my money on records, and I'm pretty much done with compact discs, except for something I can't resist like this, which is a real good comprehensive collection of everything that you can play in the car. Okay, on to the vinyl. Okay, I got this one here. It's I'm going to take it out of the wrap, I think, just to show it. It's Dion, Run Around Sue on Laurie Records, and I really like the condition of this. It's got Run Around Sue, Dream Lover, The Wanderer, and other songs I like here, like Little Star and In the Still of the Night and Kansas City, Take Good Care of My Baby. A real nice selection of songs here. So I'm just going to take it out to give you a little gander at the label. It's got that old Laurie Records label that I like. And even though I've come to enjoy putting my records in those resealable flap sleeves, it's very handy to show them with the top loaders for the time being. Next I got Heart of Glass from Blondie, disco single. And the main reason I got it, to be honest with you, besides the fact that I do love Blondie and I love the song Heart of Glass, I like very much the label here with her picture on it. And I think I'm just going to, hold on a second, while I have this up here, I'm just going to close the blinds a little bit, see if that helps the lighting in here a little bit. I think it's a little too bright. I don't know if that's any better, but anyway. I also found this, which was interesting enough for me to pick it up because it was cheap. The Monkees, that was then, this is now. This is, again, I guess a special single just of the song. I was attracted to it because of this that it had on here. It looked like a special promo kind of deal. An original classic for promotion only. So it's a promotion only. Yeah, it says on the thing, it says on here, promotional copy only. Arista, that's how I pronounce it, Arista Records. I've heard people pronounce it Arista. And while we're on the subject, how do you, the last one I showed of Blondie, how do you pronounce that? I've heard this pronounced a lot of different ways too. I pronounce the name here Chrysalis. Chrysalis. No. Chrysalis. 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 Whatever that little girl had. Jeez. Alright. Here's another one that was a vinyl addiction issue, and I'll show you what I mean. Here's the Go-Go's with a really nice copy cellophane still with the Crazy Eddie sticker on it. Really beautiful shape from the Vacation album. And the question was, did I really need this? I mean, the only song I know off this album is Vacation. You know, this is where you get carried away. For a cheap price, do I get the whole thing? I mean, I think I saw this for a couple of bucks. I think it was $3 at my record store, and it was in great shape. And I figured, well, I like the Go-Go's, so you know, I think I'm pretty satisfied with them if I just listen to their hits. I don't think I need album tracks by them, but you know, I also have the other one, Beauty and the Beat, first album, I think that is. You know, let's see what happens if I play the whole records. You know, I'm still trying to get the whole records played to see if I really like them, because we can all have these massive collections of 12-inch singles is what we have. They have like 12 tracks on them, but we listen to one song. And speaking of such a thing, here's another album I bought, The Kinks. Give the People What They Want. I love the song Destroyer, but again, that's the only song that I know on here. I don't know any other song on here except Destroyer. And in my original record collection from back in the old days, in the 70s and 80s, I had this album, all I ever played was Destroyer, you know. So, because I'm on a mission, gradually to play every record all the way through, we'll see. Sort of like what Wes does. You know, Wes, he has this routine where he does a vinyl survivor. He kind of plays the record albums and sees which ones he wants to keep after he's done. The next one is an upgrade, which it was very, you know, very cheap. I don't mind doing upgrades, especially if they're cheap. This is a Diana Ross album that I have. I had this already. I got it because I love the extended version of Love Hangover. And but the original copy I have isn't as nice as this. It's not in cellophane, and it doesn't have the hype sticker. So for an extra price, pretty cheap, I got this with the hype sticker and the cellophane on it. And I also like the song Theme from Mahogany, Do You Know Where You're Going To? So that's on here as well. And I say that's an upgrade. And sticking with the Supremes for a minute here, I picked this one up. This is I Hear a Symphony. I almost left it here. It was only $5, but it's in stereo, and I kind of prefer the mono. But then I thought, well, it's, you know, it's true stereo. As my store owner said, I told him my dilemma. He goes, well, it's true stereo, so I decided I'll pick it up for $5. And if I see the mono one for my Supremes collection down the line, maybe I'll go ahead and get it. This one needs to be cleaned a bit. Jerry and the Pacemakers, I'll Be There for $5. I have a few Jerry and the Pacemakers albums by now. I don't know if this is their third album or not. I see on the back they have a picture of 2 other albums here, so maybe it's their third. And my so-called British Invasion collection, besides just the Beatles, keeps on getting built. Okay, now this next item again is one of those funny items. I'm a big fan of the old TV series The Odd Couple with Tony Randall and Jack Klugman. And several Vinyl Finds videos back, I had found a record by Tony Randall called Vododio. I can never say that. Vododio Do or something like that. And it was hysterical. I mean, not unintentionally hysterical, because I always picture Felix Unger singing these old standards. And I found out when I got that album that Tony Randall had a series of albums. And here's another one I found just recently. Warm and Wavery by Tony Randall. And this one is still sealed. It's never been opened. So I am going to open it because I'm going to play it. And I remember when I looked it up on the internet and found out that Tony Randall had other albums, I figured, I'd like to try to get some of them. I'm a fan of the show. And I always get a kick out of Felix trying to sing. Poor Tony Randall, I think I laugh unintentionally at him singing, Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Something like that, you know what I mean? Unintentionally funny. So, now we're going to go into a couple of 45s. First one here is Gene Pitney, I'm Gonna Be Strong. I don't know this song at all. What happened was I was in my record store, and one of the guys in there had this hanging around and said, if you want it, you can have it for nothing. He just gave it to me. So I took it, listened to it. It's on a white label promo, souvenir copy, not to be sold. So it's got the Music Core Records white label promo. I was in my Goodwill the other day, and here's another freebie I got. This didn't cost me anything. It was Connie Francis, movie greats of the 60s, from my Connie Francis collection. Now, you might ask, well, why is it free? Besides the fact that it's Connie Francis. Ha, ha, ha. But there's no record in it. Empty. Just a cover. And if I ever find the record, terrific. I'll put it in there. But for a freebie, I'll take it. Look at the back. Nothing. I don't know. And even though it's kind of beat up to begin with, I did put it right away in a protective sleeve, which I often do, just because I don't want to encourage any further damage. Okay, now for the rest of these releases, they're all going to be Elvis Presley records. There's only a few. But this one is very good. It's an album that I already have in pretty good condition. But this one really is in good condition. It's his second album, titled simply Elvis. And I've heard there's a lot of different versions of this release. The back looks like that, which is pretty much the one I'd already had. Now, I don't know, my record store guy, the owner, when I got this record, he said something about, oh, they priced this at $25, to be honest with you. And when he took a look at the record, he said, well, why did you price it that cheap for? Because supposedly there's something here. I don't know. He said there was a band here. I don't know what the band means. I don't know if he means this line. He said this is the one with the band around it or something. So apparently, whatever the band is, it's supposed to be a more sought-after record. But he didn't mind giving it to me, I'm always buying things from him, and I'm a good customer. He said, just take it for the price, listed. So that's another version of this album to add to my collection. I picked this up, which I'd already had. This is another one. This is Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas. I got this for a couple of reasons. Well, for one thing, it was only $3. And it has cellophane on it. And it's in good shape, and it's got the sticker there, our price, and it says Christmas on it. Our price Christmas deal. So, also, I didn't know when I had this record originally, somebody else told me later, that the original copy has an Elvis picture postcard in it, which mine did not have. So I was really happy to get it for $3 with the cellophane, also with the picture inside. This is the one I had. I guess this is a reprint because it says on here formerly available as etc. etc. Formerly available as LSP 4579. This is LSP 4579. The only real difference you can tell, well, besides the fact that there's a RCA clear logo here, and this on this one, and the black RCA logo on that one. The back of the original has 3 records advertised, whereas the other one, I guess, only had 2. I mean, the back is different, so. Okay, then we got 3 Elvis picture sleeve singles. This is Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear, backed with Puppet on a String. And what I like about this especially is that, well, this is the same cover as the album. Elvis Sings for Children and Grown-Ups too, but I like the hype on the bottom. It says that on the bottom. It says, coming soon, Elvis Sings for Children and Grown-Ups too, LP, on the bottom. So, it's little things like that as collectors that we like. I got this one here, Elvis Sings Witchcraft, picture sleeve, and Bossa Nova Baby. From the, I love the hype again, from the motion picture Fun in Acapulco. And of course it says right there on the bottom, coming soon, special, Fun in Acapulco LP album. Oh boy, they really used to know how to do it up in the old days, didn't they? You know, commercialism, and I mean, but fun, you know. Yeah, it was everything was commercialized, always has been, but they really had more interest in what they were doing, more fun. You know, they took themselves seriously too and made good products. But, and this last one here for this video is One Broken Heart for Sale from, as it says, It Happened at the World's Fair, the movie. And coming soon, special. It Happened at the World's Fair LP coming soon, so. Well, that's it. And, I don't know, I mean, if I'll ask, I mean, all you people out there that might be watching this who do like Elvis, you know, I'm starting to get a lot more Elvis, and I'm concerned that for those that really want to see mainly Elvis, they may tend not to watch the regular general assorted finds videos, you know. They might only be gravitating towards Elvis. So let me know what you think. Would you like to have just exclusive Elvis videos just for Elvis stuff? Because, you know, you're liable to miss some if you don't check out all my assorted vinyls videos. Okay, folks, that's all for now. Thanks a lot for watching.